You are now tuned in to New York's very own Minx Couture. All the opinions and views expressed on this show are from mine and mine only. I take responsibility for everything I say. And if you're gonna be all up in your feelings, then this is not the platform for you, because this is The Mink Show.
If it's to that, then it's to it. Yo, if I double back, then I'ma lose it. I don't rent up racks off this music. Smoking all this pack till I feel stupid. If you love me, prove it. I like money like I'm Jewish. Higher than a Buddhist. Please stop asking how I do this. People be the rudest, cause they all up in my business. God can't even witness all this pain that I was fisting. Holding, bleeding, dripping. Water or tsunami on me, bitch, cause I be fishing. I could never bitch about a bitch that just be bitching. I was really broke, still working, sweating in that kitchen. I was really out here making all the bad decisions. That, then it's to it. Yo, if I double back, then I'ma lose it. I don't rent up racks off this music. Smoking all this pack till I feel stupid. My heart full of bruises.
Yeah. What is up? Hold on, just write this in. Yeah, so if you take a look over at Cryptic Kingdom, cryptickingdom.com, that is my cool little website that I have in place of all these little social media platforms that seem to be rejoicing. Happy Friday. It's everyone's favorite Minx Couture from the Bronx, New York. Well, first and foremost, I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. It is March the 15th, 2024. And this just feels like we were in such a quick, warm week. It was very warm. It was very abnormally, it's never really that warm like that. I was kind of like, this is feeling kind of sus. You know what I'm saying? It was feeling kind of sus. I didn't want to, I feel like when you participate, don't wear your coat, you kind of just chilling like it's summertime. That's when I feel like a lot of things pop off and we get, hit with shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, so I'm not.
Wait a minute.
I'm not.
Wait a minute.
I said I'm not trying.
Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
All right, for shit like that, you can always tune into my show, Wicked Observations with Minx, where we talk about all that conspiracy shit. All right, but today there's no conspiracies. The song that you heard today was from my friend Lil Perry. I said Perry. Little Perry, who I met and found off of TikTok. This was an artist that I came across on TikTok. And first of all, I was, I really enjoyed his content. I enjoyed how he presented himself. He was very, very interesting character. And when I found out that he was self-produced and, he made his own songs and stuff, and seeing the evolution of his sound with his listeners that are constantly pushing him to elevate and push, give us a hit. And when I came across his video that he did in a supermarket to the song To It, I said, this is the one. This is the one. I promise you, Lil Perry. You push that record, get a nice little visual for that. I see some, some girlies, I think that song could be something. Definitely do. But yes, keep dropping it on us. Please do. Thank you. And over at Cryptic Kingdom, we have a couple of articles that we want to talk about today. A couple of articles that I feel are being slept on because of the fact that we have in the news the TikTok ban. The TikTok ban. But this is the thing. I want to say to people that are rejoicing. I mean, I get it. I totally do. I'm going to try my best to do this without this much profanity that I have in my chest because, I decided to hop up on here today to do a podcast because I feel like the words that I'm typing are being received very strangely. I really am a person that suffers from PTSD of the internet because of Vine. Bruh. And because of Periscope. Bruh. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm coming off as pissed because this is like a situation where once again, you have users that go and spend time building on platforms that people were laughing at, Oh, that's just a dancing app. It's just a fucking lip singing app. This is what they said. And, I laugh because you're not looking at the big picture here. TikTok is bad for children. Okay, this had nothing to do with children. This had nothing to do with being spied on. It's a deeper thing going on where a lot of people, their feelings are way too heavy into something that they do not understand. And this is why I love when I come across users that like to break shit down for just people to digest, And, the way that this user that I have been following for a long time. I was very surprised to see her pop up on my timeline, being that she's been heavily shadow banned because of the way that she pretty much breaks things down for even the most silliest of brains can understand. Just don't, poke around into places that if you're not going to be happy with the reception you're going to get for the questions that you ask. But this particular story, we have this user that I had to really set this one aside. This one I had to put on ice to bring to the platform because you guys have to hear it for yourself. Eventually, you will see the big picture. Okay, so this user right here, you see Ja Rule. What was you saying? This GIF will make sense after she makes it make sense. And we have Foxbox, who gets into the nitty gritty as to who the owns ByteDance.
Why is the United States government lying to its people about TikTok, this TikTok ban saying that ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, is Chinese owned? Can I clear up the lies for y'all to let you know that ByteDance is actually 60% owned by global institutions like BlackRock, General Atlantic, and Susquehanna International Group, okay? Those are not Asian companies. 60%
Hold on a second. Here we go. Why is it so low? Okay, here you go.
TikTok ban saying that ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, is Chinese owned. Can I clear up the lies for y'all to let you know that ByteDance is actually 60% owned by global institutions like BlackRock, General Atlantic, and Susquehanna International Group, okay? Those are not Asian companies. 60% of the shareholding of this ByteDance that owns TikTok is not Chinese. 20% of ByteDance is actually owned by its founders. In addition, its employees, which includes 7,000 to 10,000 American citizens, okay? That's who owns ByteDance. So if you calculate that 60 and 20, you get 80% of ByteDance not owned by the Chinese government. It's actually owned by companies, like I said, like BlackRock. Y'all are familiar with BlackRock, an institution that started in New York City, and we can go even further than that. Looking at BlackRock, which everybody is aware of, to let you know that it doesn't stop at BlackRock. Actually, BlackRock's ownership and share is actually owned number one on the shareholder ownership of BlackRock is Vanguard Group. And number 5 on that list of shareholders of BlackRock, which owns ByteDance, which owns TikTok, is actually Bank of America. You heard that right, America. So essentially, America owns BlackRock, which owns shareholdership of ByteDance, which owns TikTok. You trace it all the way back, you start to realize that a large majority of TikTok is actually already owned by American companies. BlackRock, that also has individual shareholders that look like this. None of those motherfuckers is Asian, let alone Chinese. It's not Chinese that own the large majority stockholding in BlackRock, which I'll repeat, large majority of BlackRock, which I will repeat once again. Repeat again, is one of the companies that own ByteDance, that own TikTok. In addition to that ownership, okay, like we just went down the list, is Oracle, a company that actually funnels everything through the cloud, all the data that United States citizens actually use. Oracle is an American-based company. That is who is funneling through our algorithm, okay? It is not the Chinese. I want to know why the United States government is lying to you and me. Why are they lying to us? And not only that, why are they hitting themselves, Stephen? Because the other day when that notification went out that said you need to contact your local representative, they tried to blame that on the Chinese, when essentially who did that was the Americans.
I really do hope you guys head over to Breezy Fox, that's BRIEZY Fox, and check out the full video, because I could just play the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's not going to hit the same, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to hit the same, you know, unless you're really listening to this. Don't y'all see that this is the plan? And, you know, you have all these people that, you know, I got into a little spat today. Got into a little spat with some folks over on Threads. Okay. Now, again, like I said, personally speaking, what aggravates me the most about this entire situation are the people that are laughing at people that are getting ready to lose, you know, a platform. And again, we're not saying that they're going to pull the plug, like yoink yoink. Like it's pretty much very simple. You don't sell, okay? You don't sell the company to us, then people can't use it. That's the bottom line. You know, the idea of banning is the type of law, you know, the type of bill that they wrote in order to include applications like TikTok. You see, y'all are forgetting that it's not just TikTok that's going to suffer behind this. It's going to be all of social media that suffers behind this. The only difference is, like Breezy Fox had said in her video that you guys will see after this, is that it's not a public offered platform. You know, Instagram, they have their, you know, investors with their hands up their asses, you know, just like Facebook, all Meta products, Twitter, all these people have investors. And I've said for a long time that, you know, the initial public offerings of companies, whenever a company decides to go public, you might as well go ahead and kiss that shit goodbye. Just take one good look at fucking Clubhouse. I to this day, I wish I could talk to the owner just so I can just put my hand on their shoulder and just take a deep sigh and say, you know, you fucked up, right? You fucked up by listening to everybody else. The whole idea of being able to be on the same platforms as the individuals of Silicon Valley, as long as you had an invite, that was just not enough. And spoiled your entire operation, still holding on by a fragment of hair. But do you see what happens when you don't allow investors to get inside of your head and your ideas of what vision you have for your platform? Once people start funding shit, that's when they start changing shit, and then people don't want to use your shit. See, and this is why TikTok, for instance, has been the model of damn near all these applications that popped up after its inception. Who the hell asked Instagram to put Reels on? We didn't ask for that. We were totally happy with just scrolling by and seeing pictures with edgy fucking captions. We were lucky to see something like that, right? You had people that put a lot of thought into these things. I'm not saying that I don't like Reels. I'm just saying that Reels just feels like a big dump a city dump of content that people dump on there because it didn't go anywhere on YouTube and it didn't go anywhere on TikTok. So let's just dump it here. And hopefully I'll get a couple of likes and follows off of the shit, even though I know it's not going to break the type of numbers that I hope it would have broken if it was TikTok. But as I was saying, where we are at in this whole idea of social media, I think it's time to give it up. This is literally the last, inkling of proof that we needed to prove that we are headed into or have headed into, or we are literally one person in front of us outside of the door of a censorship society. And it's very sad, right? It's very sad. But since Biden wants to be the one to point the fingers because this is his administration and this is the first time that both sides actually fucking voted and agreed on something, which is to ban TikTok. Why don't we talk about some of these class action lawsuits that we have going on that involves data? And then we'll, ask Biden, We'll ask Biden, why the hypocrisy? Why the hypocrisy? So the first story I want to start with before we get into the next song of the day is the solar company that was backed by a $3 billion Biden loan that was hit with a class action lawsuit. That was a big tongue twister. Okay. You guys are backed by a Biden. Okay, anyway. So let's talk about this. So this source is from Free Beacon, and this source was actually grabbed from the press wires, right? I keep telling everybody, get to the press wires, This way you get the news first. Be first, for real, okay? So it says a solar company that was approved for a $3 billion loan from the Biden administration last year is facing a class action lawsuit from investors who claim that the company withheld troubling information about its business practices. The lawsuit claims that Sonova Energy made materially false and misleading statements about its operations, including its alleged predatory business practices against disadvantaged homeowners and communities. Now, they really mean the elderly, because you remember how they prayed the Bush administration, they created the reverse mortgages after a certain amount of time, which I worked in reverse mortgages at one point. I was a telemarketer. And honey, when I tell you I just was reciting a script, the script didn't really hit me. It didn't really knock against my head until I realized that, wait a minute, this is not really about fucking helping elderly people eating cat food because they can't afford regular food. This is all about getting the homes after they die, after they pass on. And the families go to talk about what is given to who in the estate. And then the lawyer will be able to say, oh, unfortunately, you all don't get diddly squat because grandma took out a reverse mortgage and now because of the interest we own the house, so blah 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 blah. Yeah, trust me, that was not a good move. And you had those commercials all day and all night during Price is Right and all those other morning shows I used to watch with my grandma. So yes, I do believe that this has occurred, but let's continue. It says the lawsuit says inquiries led to a precipitous decline in the stock price, which tumbled 16% the day after Congress sent a letter to the DOE, otherwise the Department of Education, questioning the loan. The lawsuit claims that Sonova failed to disclose material adverse facts, which subjected the company to a heightened risk of regulatory and or governmental scrutiny, as well as significant reputable and financial harm. Okay, so I said, you know what? Let's find out exactly what kind of loan this was, right? Because this was based on the the industry of class actions. Okay, so I'm sorry, I came out when I meant to go back into this. So now I wrote the second part of this. Again, this is on my forum. You can actually visit cryptickingdom.com so that you can go ahead and grab these articles. So it says ripping off old people. So, solar company that was awarded $3 billion Department of Energy loan has been accused of scamming dementia patients on their deathbeds into signing 5-figure, multi-decade solar panel leases. Bruh. What in the hell? This was obtained by the Washington Free Beacon of all the consumer complaints. So it says, Terry Blythe, a Texas resident, told Washington Free Beacon that her father was 86 years old and had been diagnosed with dementia when a door-to-door Sonova salesman persuaded him to sign a 25-year solar panel lease in 2020. When her father passed away earlier this year, Blythe said she was left to grapple with the $34,000 contract. You guys can check that out. Biden. What the fuck, Biden? Like, I would just say this, especially people that, you know, have elderly people in their families. You need to let them know straight up that anybody that comes to the door, answers the phone, anything in regards to things that they own, that it is a fucking trap. You have to watch out for our neighbors. Let these people that pull up in their ugly Priuses with their fucking clipboards, send them on their way. All right. So we have to do better as a community. We have to look out for our elders. We're the young spring chickens that can be able to help the hens. Okay. Let's do better. Okay. Now this one here, we're going to get into after this next song, but what? Oh, I'm fired up today, y'all. Oh, I'm fired up today. Speaking of fire, so I was looking for music today because I said, you know, I miss playing music and showing music videos and all this fun stuff. And I came across Solo Jones's song today. And it's called the Advice Freestyle. Now, you guys know I've featured him on here before with this amazing black and white video that he did a while back. It is actually in Cryptic Kingdom under music videos. But this video here and this song here, I just feel like we have to hear. Okay? So we're going to get this song. It's called Advice Freestyle. And it is by Solo Jones. Hold on. Is that on? Okay, no, it's not. Okay, let's try that again. See, I'm a one-woman show. I can't help it, y'all. Bruh. All right, so once again, we're going to get Solo Jones on.
You're jamming with the hottest.
Hey, what's up? You're listening to everyone's favorite Minx on minxradio.com.
Exclusive hot new mix.
Ooh, I gotta drop a bomb on
Here we go. Where's my music? I did a whole intro for like no reason. Hold on, let's go on YouTube. Here we go. We got it? Here we go.
Look, the limelight is heavy. It's 5 bisons. It's Prize Father design. It's Mike Tyson's. One man God, designer of live writings. Depictor of the art, mover, mind science. Look, the one kind of enough and I quite see him. I'm in my own world. I exist in a nice region. Ask if I'm the one, I give him like 9 reasons. A 5th quarter nigga creating the 5th season. Look, the big footer, I'm eager to step nearer. One time, all reason. If shit ain't about stacking $1, then I'm leaving. If shit is about stacking $1, then I ain't need it. I'm missing on my family, I'm moving despite grieving. Then everywhere I go, shit, lately I'm sightseeing. I just want a cool day, maybe a nice even. Shit, I'm usually camomelling, but lately I'm iced teaing. Assalamu alaikum, I'm waiting to need a reason. I'm dying to push the button, and lately I'm undefeated. The taste of this amount of freedom gon' leave you with something special. I just think you boys ain't living to your potential. Super mental, checking into the clinic. The plague of all plagues, this pestilence in my writtens. I lead them to the goal, ain't no telling if they are finished. I just watch them break a sweat like it's 4th in a line of scrimmage. Look, I changed the image of Photoshop with a motor top. Heating water boiling off the top, bitch, they know it's hot. I'm the light, niggas see the flash and get more than shocked. Cause niggas with a mask like they posing for a photo op. My feet planted, my time it is fortified. I'm mortified, my story immortalized. I'm borderline over this line, they look at I and aspire to be whatever they can. One of a kind, I've been over time, 5th on the line, no looking back. The rest of y'all know where I'm legally at, yeah. Look, I'm born on tight and they consider me that. I draw it out and they gon' mirror me back. I hand them everything, they handing me slack. I move a mountain when the village intact. I need no doubters, need no hesitant mans. I need my blessings all abundant, man. Yeah, so stop giving me advice. Fuck out of here. Not necessary. It's unneeded. I hope you have a good day, though. I'll see you later.
Yeah. This is what Friday sounds like, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Solo Jones, Advice Freestyle. You guys can catch that on YouTube. Let me hit that follow button, that subscribe button. I thought I did. Let me put the thumbs up sign. And I'm going to say, well, bumping it for the podcast as we speak. Hold on. Bumping it on the podcast as we speak. And we gonna hit that comment button. So please make sure y'all hit up Solo Jones. Let him know you heard his song Advice Freestyle on the Mink Show podcast. Here we go. It's like, I know you guys missed the music. You guys missed the music. And I've said, you know what? I need... Hey, stop.
Bruh.
Anyway, I know you guys missed the music, and I know you guys, miss all of that. And I'm working on a couple of things I'm going to get deeper into to tell you guys when we're done with the show and what I need from my loyal supporters. Okay, so that's that. So let's get into the second part of this. Okay, so the second part of this, of course, back over at Cryptic Kingdom. Again, you can visit Cryptic Kingdom at www.cryptickingdom.com or minxmafia.discourse.group. And I'm telling you guys this because if I got it, so can you. You can go over to Discourse and get your own forum. I've had this forum since 2020. And I've been building it and working on it and putting things together for people that eventually will say, I would rather be part of something that's, allowing me to be seen. And as you can see, I'm here. I'm here. I love this platform. I love building on it. I just like the fact that it's just news. I post whatever I want. If people enjoy it, great. If not, but I put everything. And if you contribute, your little icon or profile picture can also be featured on here. Again, with status options, just everything is just super cool. So, again, Cryptic Kingdom, just come through, man, come through. That's what I was looking for. The Collapse, which will, I have the headline, my headliner, and all that good stuff. So, website. And yeah, pretty much all my history on here. So you guys can see all the shit that I've posted. And of course, you can just be a fly on the wall and visit. We do have a lot of visitors, anywhere from 1,500 to 5,000 visitors per day. Okay. So this right here, since we're going to talk data breaches, Sir Biden, I think people need to see how our women's ovulation information was sold to both Facebook and Google. So get a load of this. This class action lawsuit has to do with administration app for its privacy breach. So a BC class action lawsuit will move ahead as women claim administration tracking app gave their information to other companies. The period and ovulation tracker Flow sent user data to companies like Facebook and Google, which used to show ads on other platforms, according to a March 7th BC Supreme Court decision. The recent decision certifies a class action lawsuit against Flow Health Incorporated in BC, citing legal proceedings that other jurisdictions in both Canada and the U.S., along with the Wall Street Journal investigation that uncovered the privacy violations 5 years ago. 5 years ago. It is not the first time a class action against the company over its decision to sell users' health data, and the company pointed to the fact that one reason for the BC court to dismiss the case. Okay. This is what gets me. Facebook. And Google, two companies that owe a lot of people money in regards to class action lawsuits because of their data being breached or data being sold. These are companies that literally had to contact you to let you know, especially Facebook's ass. Because Mark Zuckerberg, you have some fucking nerve, bro. Mark Zuckerberg, you had ads going around like this was fucking J.G. Wentworth, telling users to provide their information so that they can get paid because of a data breach. You know why I didn't participate in that shit? I did not participate in that shit because I was waiting for times and days like this. Because when you sign off and accept money, then that means that you can never go after these people again. I wasn't claiming shit. Now you're going to have to answer to me. As I sit and compile nothing but evidence that they will probably just fucking settle out. We'll settle. You folks are selling user data. It's not even the fact that you're talking about our data is falling into the wrong hands. Our data is in the wrong hands, has been in the wrong hands, which is on this American soil, people that run these companies. Because again, how in the hell do you guys get named in so many class action lawsuits? I'm not saying that TikTok is an angel. There are children that has done terrible things. They've learned horrific things, absolutely. But once again, the parents have a responsibility over their child. Their parents are the ones that are gifting them these devices that allow them to get onto the internet to engage and interact with complete strangers online. It is the parents or legal guardians' responsibility to ensure the safety of children online. It is the government's responsibility to ensure that parents have the resources in order to educate themselves on how they can better protect their children with online activities. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm wrong. I've heard every excuse in the book about this. Parents can't be everywhere. That is the truth. We can't be everywhere. We could only hope that the people that our children are around are able to correct mistakes or prevent them from making mistakes for themselves. But as far as social media is concerned, this is not just a TikTok issue. This is also an Instagram issue where women and young ladies, they don't love themselves. They don't look in the mirror and see what the world sees, which is their true inner beauty. They sit and starve themselves because they're told that this is the goal weight. And there was, as a collective, everyone agreed that you had to be a toothpick. And then as a collective, everyone agreed that you had to have a BBL. And then as a collective, everybody agreed to change and alter their looks through an app that people upload pictures and alter them. Where these young teenage girls have a perspective of how they're supposed to look, when at 16 years old, I was still wearing fucking overalls and pigtails and not even in a sexual way. "16 years old, contour? Really? I was still learning how to fucking do a freaking wing on my eye. I like the Egyptian look, so I want to look Egyptian. I 16 years old, I still didn't master that. You have these freaking girls that are online selling products and putting nothing but chemicals, caking chemicals on their face that is not only going to age them faster, but then they have to use another set of chemicals to take off the other chemicals that they put on their face. Having beauty routines at 16. 16 years old, beauty routines for us was just a fucking bar of Dove soap. You washed your face, cleaned behind your ears real good. Like, this is ridiculous. It's not just TikTok doing this. It's all of social media. Facebook. A place where people decide to just air out dirty laundry instead of trying to fix the problems that are going on within their households, within their family circles, friend circles. It's like, let me degrade you in front of a bunch of fucking strangers so that it can go viral. Or let me be a fucking hater but not be a hater. Let you call me out for being a hater and saying that you never liked me in the first place. and then giving free drama, a novella for your friends and family to fucking read and like. Come on now. Social media itself is a damaging place. It's a fucked up place. Social media itself. I come from the land of GeoCities. When I visited your website, I fell into your world. I come from a land of fucking live journal where I literally watched a whole year unfold in writing about a boy who had a crush on a girl that just kept on fucking destroying his heart and giving him false hope. And we all had to watch in silence because the comments were just not a thing. Comments were just not a thing. So at the end of the day, from being in the inception of the internet, I say that this is all down to data. It's all about our data. It's all about our data. Okay, Spotify fiasco. You know, I'll talk briefly about that. The shit that's going on with Spotify. I didn't put it in my news, but I'll take the first article that pops up. No, not Spotify.com. Spotify news. Okay. So what can I say? What can I say about, is it Spotify or is it DistroKid? I think it's DistroKid. Let's talk about DistroKid Spotify news. So basically, you know, okay, this is where I want to be. So this article here, Spotify and the music distributors fraud crackdown frustrates artists. Okay. Can I just say something? I just want to say this. I told you so. I had to be dramatic. I'm sorry. I told you guys. I've been telling you guys this. I've been telling you guys this. I have written like 2 articles about DistroKid, right? I've written 2 articles about DistroKid. One of them was about the Spotify purge that they had. Okay. I told you guys that DistroKid, you shouldn't be fucking with DistroKid. I said this on the whole risk of, oh, this is slander. So obviously it wasn't slander or anything like that because nobody reached out to me to say that what I was saying in 2021 was fucking slander to their business, because I told you guys that the playlist wheel that they had, I told you guys that was how they were botting. You know, if I had a distribution company and I was like the big 3 and I was Sinister and I wanted to make money off of a bunch of misguided people that just got into making music and they feel that, oh, I made one song so it should go on streaming instead of building a fucking catalog. Bruh. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say that. Anyway, you know, they just not that knowledgeable to know that even publishing has to be on the know that you are releasing music through distribution, because on their liner notes that they had on their support is that you don't have to let your publisher know that you're distributing music through DistroKid, which is bullshit. But anyway, I've been saying this for a minute and people were calling me all kinds of haters and you're unknowledgeable, just shut the fuck up, just go in the kitchen and cook. You know, I was just getting such nasty comments on YouTube about me speaking about DistroKid and how they are in bed with fucking Spotify. And you guys didn't want to listen. So now the tough love is coming in here, and I'm just going to give some of my observations as well as my recommendations in order to get yourself together and not be affected by this. Okay, so again, you know, you have musicians that are saying that they are being targeted by bots on the streaming platform and they are being unfairly punished. Yes, because you have people that go through these comment sections. They find the people that say, I need new music, and you drop your song blindly. you know, and then the next thing you know, you're added to a playlist that, oh, wow, I've been getting thousands of streams and shit. And then come to find out that that playlist is botted. It's fake. You know, to bot an entire playlist, they don't even have to listen to the shit. They don't have to create a bot. They just feed the meter, which I've been telling you guys that they just feed the meter. Right? You say, I want 10,000 plays on this playlist. They'll do that. They'll hike up the number. You don't have to have a streaming farm to do this. This is what regular people have found out working with social media marketing software and things like that. So again, do you guys plan on listening to me yet? Because I've been saying this, and I don't like to say I told you so, but I don't like to be called a fucking hater. I don't like to be told that I'm bitter and I'm angry because you haven't gone anywhere in your career and you only have 300 listeners on monthly. I had to listen to that and endure that by trying to warn people. I could totally take my podcast, like I said, and play my fucking favorite 5 songs and talk about how I made it and do a whole podcast out of that. But I'm over here taking the time to say, guys, there's something going on. The music industry is making money off of us even though we're not signed to them. Why is that? Why are we the ones that are constantly keeping the music industry afloat, not just to the music streams that we're being jacked for, but also the fake-ass opportunities, the fake-ass opportunities for shows, the fake-ass opportunities for podcasts and radio appearances, getting our songs on the radio. We have been the people that have been financially investing into the underground, we have been the ones financially investing into the careers of these fucking scammers, these people that used to be in the industry that is not in the industry like that anymore, but they ride in the coattail about the nostalgia that they can fucking provide to you and you keep falling for it. At this point, I'm like, who the fuck have you helped build and create and blown up within the last 30 to 60 days? And if you can't tell me anybody personally, then I don't really need to be listening to you. It's cute to say that you have accolades, but those accolades don't work in these streets. And at the end of the day, if you are talking about still distributing your music through DistroKid after all the takedowns that I've been personally seeing, then you probably just don't want to learn your potential of what you can do if you do direct to consumer. And the people that sit there and say, well, no one's going to sit there and buy my record, then you know what? Who cares if no one buys your record? Are you making music because you're trying to sell it, or are you making music because you're putting it out there and the option to make a little bit of money on that, to make money is there and you're cool with that? That your own listeners will tell you that they feel bad that they're hearing your music for free, that they want to invest in you so you can travel. You have to understand that there is a reason why there is a level system of what things are paid. You put your music up on streaming, you make streaming revenue, right? You know that shit's not a lot. It's not a lot of money, but you take that money and you don't put it towards your business. You take that shit towards, oh, look, motherfuckers, you see I was able to buy myself some dinner today with my music that you said was whack. You don't take that and say, okay, I made $36. What can I do with $36 for promotion this month? And invest that into something. Or wait 3 months, let that shit build up, and then run a press release, right? Running a press release. So now you don't have to like wait. You could just do that, right? Okay, so cool. All right, I made okay, so now I did the press release. So now the next thing, when I make money, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save up money to put it towards a music video. You're not using it, right? That's the way that I look at it. So if I make money from my music, I know that's not for me to chill on. I know that's a reinvestment tool. That's gonna be reinvested into something. Right? You guys are so busy worrying about the packaging that you're not worrying about that one song that you should just be pushing until everybody fucking gets tired of it. Not just you, because you keep playing it. We can go on and on all day. You have a right to monetize. And if you have to go and buy 50 CDs and burn them shits, and then you get like 5 CD players and like personally like decorate it or hire somebody to decorate it, sell them a whole fucking bundle. That's what we're doing with the NFTs. Like, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. You're making it more than what it is. And that's all I'm saying, okay? So it is frustrating, and I feel bad. I feel bad for a lot of people that are being taken advantage, especially with the SXSW events. You're thinking that you're going to be on the big stage. You're not going to be on the big stage. You're not even going to be in the corner of the stage. You're not going to be in the vicinity of the stage. You're probably going to be in a hole in the wall, fucking open mic joint with no standing room because people are bumping into each other to knock each other's drinks over just to cause a fucking scene. This is what it is. Okay, so it's just very, DistroKid, of course, declines to comment. When Spotify detects and verifies streams as artificial, we withhold royalties for those streams that communicate the activity to the label or distributor. So yeah, somebody takes your song and puts it on a fucking botted playlist. That's your fault. It's your fault. Why? Because you probably bought promotion. Well, how was I supposed to know? A lot of these artists that are paying for promotion, if you are being guaranteed a certain amount of streams, that means that they're buying them. It's artificial, okay? Wake up. Join the party. This is why my black ass is staying on SoundCloud. That's where I'm staying. That's where I'll be. And where I'll be promoting is with their third-party joint that they have that I'm always pushing, okay? Repost Exchange. That's the one. Repost Exchange. Okay, so we're going to get this last video on. Again, another artist that I found on TikTok. I was just scrolling one day. And the live streams was on, and this gentleman by the name of Quasi KO, he was live with his homie, and they were talking about their music and playing the music in the background, and it piqued my interest. A lot of people that were scrolling by was like, oh, this song is kind of hot. This song's kind of dope. And, went and followed him and been following him on his journey ever since that day. And then when he came out with this song called I'm Not Human, I heard the audio first. I saw the couple of skits he did. I said, yo, this is actually fire. I like it. I can't wait for it to drop. The song and the video officially dropped. And personally, I was like, okay, all right, Quasi KO, you got it. So I'm going to get this on. I'm Not Human. Am I going to be able to enlarge this? Let's see. Here we go. Oh, I did the audio thing again. I don't know why that does that. It's not like playing it within, but here we go. I'm not a human. Yeah. I'm not a human. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me just say something, okay? I love all levels of artisticness when it comes to music. Like, there is no rules. to being creative. And I love vampires, so that was automatically a plus for me. I just love just the Afro presence in goth culture. And yeah, just love it. I love it. All right. So again, Quasi KO, definitely a dope record, and just keep pushing. You're finding your audience. I see it on Reels. You're finding the audience. The audience is actually pleased when you find them. And, as long as you keep on grinding, you got this. All right. So this is the Mix Show podcast. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And please make sure you follow me. I got my little one coming in. Please make sure.
Bruh.
Yes, I know. Please make sure you guys follow me on all social medias, and, just stay positive and stay excited. Stay excited. All right. So enjoy your Friday. Is this even on? Yes. Enjoy your Friday, y'all.
Mix me on the track line.
You're jamming with the hottest